Winter Park Hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just north of that
Okay.
on Lakemont.
It's near Winter Park Hospital. That's
Mm-hmm.
My other one's located on the Little Econ Lock Hatch.
Oh. You ready, sir? We're ready. And welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, renter, seasoned investor, or you're looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, but with my attorney advice throughout the way. If you have any questions whatsoever during the show, I have people standing by right now. 407-205-0400. Also, if you want to start your house hunt right now, Dallas Lehman with You Have Mortgages standing by to get you pre-qualified today. This Saturday, you can go start that house hunt. He's at the same phone number, 407-205-0400. Great show for you today, but first, the opening statement. The opening statement's brought to you by my friends at IQ Power Solar. Stephen Bader just called me, and he's allowing me to do this yet again. They are willing to pay your electricity bill this month to where you don't have to pay for it at all. You know I went solar last year. My electricity bill, $30 a month. It used to be $500 a month. Also, when I filed my taxes for last year, I saved $10,000 with the IRS. Stephen Bader will come out to your house today. All you have to do is call IQ Power Solar at 407-205-0400. Solar costs you $0. It will not cost you a penny to install solar and really get into 2020. Lower that electricity bill, save money on your taxes, and they will pay your payment also for the rest of the year. Again, call Stephen Bader with IQ Power Solar, 407-205-0400. Stephen Bader here tells us how he took my electricity bill from $500 to $30. Steve, take it away. Thank you very much, Stephen. And look, we're in a global pandemic right now, but do not mistake the global pandemic for a real estate crisis, because it's not. We are in a pandemic. We are not in a real estate crisis. We are not in a real estate collapse. This is not 2008. In fact, I think that the Central Florida real estate market hit its little bottom last month. And it really wasn't that big of a bottom, honestly. We just had less closings last month because we had some deals falling apart at the last minute because people lost jobs or whatever. I think it's all up from here. I think the rest of 2020, I think 2021, we're going to see an increase in values somewhat, certainly not a decrease, but I also think we're going to see more closings throughout the rest of this year and certainly into next year as well. From May until now, we have seen pending sales increase 34%. New contracts up 60%. In fact, I mean, you could argue that we're still very much in a seller's market now. We don't have that much inventory. The real estate market here is very, very, very strong. I think if you're a renter, you're making a big mistake renting. It's time to get out into the real estate market. It's time to buy a house. The mortgage rates, the interest rates on the mortgages right now, I think are the real big wild card. How long do they stay down where we are right now? We're at low rates, the lowest we've ever seen in our lifetime, really maybe ever. And that is what makes buying a house affordable for you right now. And I can't sit here and guarantee that they're going to stay low that much longer. We just don't know. Now is the time to buy. I am bullish on real estate here in Florida. We have 900 people a day moving here already. Now we have people from New York and California moving here as well. I think real estate in Florida is a fantastic investment. Don't let a pandemic convince you that we're in any type of real estate collapse, because we simply are not. And now it's time for real questions. Every week here on You Have Real Estate, I ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Today on the show, returning visitors, Vivian Lehman is here. Sherry Dyer is here. Hi, guys.
Hello.
I know you both have some awesome properties to show me, but first, I really want to hear from both of you. As I sit here, I'm talking positive about the real estate market, and I'm talking positive because, first of all, I see the numbers, and second of all, I talk to agents every day, and I'm hearing the same thing, but I don't want to steal your thunder. What do both of you think down in the trenches about the real estate market right now?
Well, right now, it's definitely a seller's market. Our listings are flying off the shelf. We have, as soon as we get a listing, we put it under contract. The amount of people, the influx to Central Florida has just been wonderful. Again, I agree with you. Be bullish on real estate.
Vivian, what are you seeing?
Well, last week I went to show a house, and as I'm showing it, the buyers are like, it just does seem a little overpriced. And I'm going, okay, let me check the comps. I check the comps. No, it's not there. I call the agent, and she goes, well, we did have an appraisal, because I felt the same way. They had literally priced it $25,000 over asking price, over the appraisal price. And so I was like, this is crazy. Sellers feel the same way. They're bullish about, I can sell my home and I can sell it in this market.
Are we, or is it safe to say that we're still in a seller's market?
Still.
Yes.
That's kind of shocking if you think about it, considering we are in the worst pandemic in any of our lifetimes, for sure. The worst unemployment since the Great Depression, yet we remain very much in a seller's market. So when you're in a seller's market, sometimes you will see multiple offers come in on a house because we're in a seller's market, a lot of buyers competing for each house. What do you do when you represent the seller and they have multiple offers? How do you decide which one to accept?
Well, when I represent the seller?
Yeah.
Well, cash usually wins. No financing contingencies or appraisal contingencies. So as few contingencies, but price is always the bottom line too, because with interest rates as low as they are, getting a mortgage is not a big deal. I put in an offer the other day for a buyer, and it was multiple offers. We went in $25,000 over asking and lost it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it is. It's a seller's market.
Well, let's say that you are representing the seller and all of the buyers are getting financing. All the same price, they're all getting financing. What are some things that could separate buyer from each other?
Well, closing dates depends on the seller and what their condition is and what they need. Usually the faster the closing, that they're totally pre-qualified, not just pre-qualified, but totally pre-approved. That helps a lot. And knowing who their lender is, that helps to make a decision when we know that it will go through.
Sure. Absolutely. I agree. And Vivian, are you seeing any pockets of places in Central Florida that are still affordable? I mean, I think we all know we probably can't afford to live on Park Avenue in Winter Park. We understand that Heathrow might be expensive. Are there some areas that you can see, especially from a first-time home buyer, that are still affordable?
I think in the Winter Garden area, you can still see some deals. You can still see some Oviedo on the other side, on the east side. So, yeah.
What do you think,
definitely.
Sherry?
Yeah, I've seen some deals over in Castleberry, believe it or not. Longwood,
Yeah.
Castleberry area.
Okay, good deal. So there are some deals out there still. Don't be afraid to go look. But you really need to know where to look, because there are some places that are somewhat unaffordable at this point. But there's definitely still some
Absolutely.
places out there that you can buy a house that you can afford, that you're going to pay less than you were paying for rent at the apartment down the street. So don't let me saying that it's a seller's market prevent you from going to look for a great deal on a house. You agree?
I agree.
And if you have
Absolutely.
questions, by all means, these two would be happy to address them. If you're looking for a house, you're looking to sell your house, I'll connect you with Sherry and Vivian right now at 407-205-0400. Why are we not in a real estate crisis right now?
I believe it's because of the lack of inventory that we've had, and the low rates. That combination alone has really driven the market, at least in Central Florida.
What do you think?
Well, Central Florida was always growing, and this pandemic version of the flu, this too shall pass, and people were still planning on moving here. Central Florida, Florida itself, the amount of people that move into this area, the state is just continues to grow.
Yeah.
And then when they announced during the pandemic that the heat, helps save, kills some of the virus, and so then you saw more people come in when they made that announcement.
And as we all know, that was 100% true. The heat wipes it out
and the
here, as you know.
sun,
So,
yeah, we
all
don't
the
have it.
information we've gotten has been accurate, actually, from Dr. Fauci and the crew, basically.
Absolutely.
Wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Wear them, it helps, it doesn't help. I can't keep up anymore, honestly. If I could only call one person, Fauci or that other, Birx, I'm not sure who I would call. I don't know. I might call my local guy down the street, actually. I don't know. Who knows, really?
Yeah.
And speaking of, are sellers allowing buyers into their homes to look at properties? Is everything virtual now? How are we protecting against the spread of COVID?
Well, we're very conscientious with our buyers and sellers. If they want us to wear a mask, we will. If they, we have hand sanitizers. When we do open houses, we have hand washing stations. So we try to, keep up with compliance. And make sure everybody feels comfortable. It's really about feeling comfortable when you go to see the house or show your house. It's about a comfort level.
Yeah.
And so we just try to make that happen.
And you get that gauge from the buyer, the seller, how I'm going to proceed with that
Right.
showing. But mostly it's the seller's wants. If they really want it sanitized and they don't want anybody to touch anything, then we respect that.
I have seen some open houses coming back as well. Vivian, are open houses effective?
The sellers always want us to do an
Yeah.
open house, and I will do it on their behalf. I can honestly say that I've sold, with the many open houses I've done, I've sold one house at an open house. So maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have great luck with open houses. Yeah,
So
I
there
sell
you
them
go.
off at open houses.
And that's why we do this show. Is
Yeah.
we don't always agree on exactly what the right approach is. You're successful at open houses, Sherry. Why do you think that is?
I take the time to listen to the people and what they're looking for and what they want. Listen for a long time, and then, tell them how their wants and needs, that home matches all their wants and needs. But it's really a lot about listening to people.
You're sure it's not Vivian only buys cookies and you buy champagne?
No,
I can see
I don't
that
do
being-
alcohol. I can't bring alcohol. But I will say, last weekend I had my first open house where
Yeah.
I had to wear the mask.
Oh, really?
Oh, I hate the mask. I mean, I don't mind wearing it for a short time, but for 3 or 4 hours, that's a lot to have a mask on.
Absolutely. I know that many of you may be looking for a new house. Maybe you're looking for your next dream house. Maybe you're looking for your first home. We have 5 properties that we're going to tour together right now. I'm so excited to show you these listings. And again, if you want to see them, you can see them now. You can see them this weekend. They have all the PPP in place. It is safe. Dallas Lehman will get you pre-qualified for your mortgage because no one's going to show you a house typically until you have that pre-qualification. Now, Vivian, let me start with you here. Let's go to Covent Garden. Where is this?
Okay, Covent Garden is in Longwood, very close to Lake Mary High School, so it's in that school district. That one is 1,284 square feet. It has a one-car garage. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a screened-in patio, and it's in the gated Hanover Point development. And that development has a pool and a small clubhouse. And the dues on this I really like because they're only $120 a month.
Yeah. What's the purchase price on this? Asking price, I guess.
This one is $210,000.
210. So again, I'm not good at math, but with the rates where they are right now, you're looking at about what, $1,100 a month for your mortgage, PITI.
Yeah.
And I realize it's a 2-bedroom. I mean, great for a starter family. But if you go rent one of those apartments, I know this area well.
This was for rent,
Yeah.
$1,350.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you rent an apartment right down the street, it's probably $1,500 at that new
Yeah.
development right around the corner there. But yet you could own your own little piece of paradise here for only $210,000. What a great little house for a young couple, maybe someone with a child, maybe a
Sure.
couple that their kids have gone off to college now and they want to downsize. I think that's a great little home there. All right, we also have 1612 River Park. Where is this?
So River Park is one that's going to go on the market this week. They've totally
Pocket listing.
Yeah, it's totally painted inside and out. I think this one is 2,545 square feet. It is a 4-2, screened-in pool. It backs up to a conservation area. It's in a development called Springs Landing that's right off of the Markham Woods corridor. And they're asking $440,000 for this. So it's on about half an acre.
So where is this? So right off of Markham Woods Road then, back in that Lake Mary kind of Sanford area?
No, Longwood. So
Okay.
it's on the way. It's Markham Woods Road heading north.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I got you. If you haven't been up
Yeah.
to that Markham Woods Road area, it's so nice.
It's
It
so
feels like
pretty.
you're in a little bit of a different part of Central Florida, really. I love it up there.
Big lots.
Oh, big lots. This one's half an acre.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really big neighborhoods, Alaqua, Heathrow, but they're not going to have lots this big up there. No way.
No.
Absolutely not. And if you have any questions about these properties, you'd like to see these properties, all you have to do is call 407-205-0400. And you said 440 is the asking price on that
440.
one. Gotcha, 440. All right. Lastly for you, it's Parkside Point.
Yes, Parkside Point is in Errol Estates. And
Apopka.
Apopka, correct. They're asking $380 for this house. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. It has a large fenced yard. Let's see, multiple living areas. It has a loft for the kids on the second floor, the master bedroom's on the first floor. This one is 3,197 square feet, and it sits across from the pool and the clubhouse.
Beautiful. I mean, when you're looking at the MLS right now, how many days are you seeing that these houses are staying on the market? Are they really flying
If
off
they're
quickly?
priced correctly, within 30 days.
When you're working with a seller and the seller comes in, let's say that you know it's worth about $400, it's $390, $400, and a seller wants to go in at $500,000. I mean, what do you say to the seller at that point?
I think at that point, I'm very honest with them. I think you're wasting your time, and it's going to sit on the market longer when you overprice it that high.
Right.
There's no reason to.
Awesome. Vivian Lehman, you have Realty. Thank you very much. If you'd like to see those properties, call her right away. She'll show you them this weekend. I see no reason not to. It's a little warm out, but
still go.
That's okay. Well, we have AC and
Hair on a ponytail.
That's right.
hair in a ponytail, no problem. Thank you so much, Vivian. You're going to stick
Thank
around
you.
for the
Yes.
Real Estate Roundtable, I hope, right?
Yes.
All right, Sherry Dyer, let's go to you. Regal Real Estate Professionals, by the way. I know a lot of the agents over there. What a great organization there. It's with Christie's International, I know. What is Christie's International? I don't think people understand that group so much. What makes you guys so good?
You know what makes us stand apart is that the agents are selected. And that is not a franchise you can buy. You can buy a Sotheby's, a Remax. This is not a franchise. You have to be invited. And since I have joined, I've gone to the annual conference every year. And we had 2 years ago the one in New York. And it was just amazing. And we can offer backstage private tours of the Christie's International Auction House. We can put our listings at the auction house with brochures and information. Our worldwide recognition is above and beyond any other agency, and that's what makes us stand apart.
Beautiful.
And it is just, I feel privileged to work there. I love the atmosphere.
Is that party going to be via Zoom this year?
They're canceling this year. We're going to be in Vancouver next year, they
Nice.
say. Yes.
You might, if you need a chaperone, I'll go with you. I mean, I'd be happy to.
My bag boy.
Hey, I know you have a great, two great properties here to show me as well. The first one, 1571 Oneko.
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 We only practiced that 3 times before the show.
This is located in the Tree Streets in Winter Park, which is off of Temple, and it is a fabulous house. It was built in '09, but it feels like it's totally brand new. I wish all my owners was like this particular owner.
Yeah.
He painted painted it inside and out. We have all brand new appliances in the kitchen. It is on natural gas, tankless hot water heaters.
Nice.
It's actually plumbed for a whole house generator, natural gas, gas fireplace, gas range. So if you like to cook, if you're a real cook, you'll love this. New carpeting. It just is amazing. It's listed at $799. It's a 4-bedroom. The unique thing about this is that it has 2 bedrooms downstairs. So if you do have elderly parents come to visit, they're on the first floor. So, and then there's 2 bedrooms and 2 baths up, 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, 2,510 square feet. Asking price is $799.
Oh, that's a good deal. Where in Winter Park is this? Help me understand where this is in Winter Park.
It's between like Howe Branch. It's close to Interlochen Country
Okay.
Club. It's about a 10-minute walk to the Racket Club.
Right.
About a 5-minute walk to Interlochen Country Club.
How does that Winter Park after the address affect a house's value?
32789 address.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has about probably $20,000 to $50,000
Really?
more prestige than I would say 32792 Winter Park.
Oh, really?
So we have 2 sides of Winter Park.
Got it. Now, before I was talking about 900 people a day moved to Florida. That was before this whole pandemic. Are you seeing people from California and New York yet coming down?
I am. Actually, last weekend I had an open house at Oneko, and we had about 8 groups on a Father's Day come
Wow.
through the house. 2 couples were from California, one from San Francisco, and I said, "What brings you here?" She said, "We just have to get out of San Francisco. I'm trying to convince my husband to move here."
Yeah.
And then another couple from LA. And then we did have in New York an entire family. So it was husband, wife, 2 kids, and mom and dad looking for a house here.
Now, Governor
So-
Governor DeSantis, I know you watch the program quite a bit. Just a recommendation from me, since can you grandfather us in on this no state income tax, but people moving in like after, let's say today, they have to pay a state income tax. Can we do that? Maybe that would help, right? But we're grandfathered in.
We're
no state
grandfathered
income
in,
tax
right.
for me.
I'm native Floridian. Shouldn't have to.
All right, another property here, awesome property actually, West Palm Valley Drive. Where's this?
This is located in Oviedo. It's not too far from UCF. It is just over half an acre, and it has 5 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. It's 5,340 square feet. The amount of entertaining space here is just fantastic. It also has kind of like an apartment above the garage. It is located on the Little Econlockhatchee River. So the grounds, like they undulate down to the river. They're just beautiful. Ideal to have like weddings or have
really?
events. Oh, they said the owners told me they've had beautiful weddings there. A gorgeous pool with fountains. It's just palatial. It really is a palatial. It's kind of a French style, built solid, custom built by the owners.
God, if you have any questions about this property or you'd like to go see this property, I'll hook you up with Sherry right now, 407-205-0400. Sherry, do you see any areas of Central Florida that are becoming cool, so to speak? We all know Winter Park, Park Avenue is a cool place to be. Are there other areas that are popping up that used to be just kind of regular, but they're now a cool spot?
Well, I'm seeing more and more people request College Park.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, College Park has always been nice, but now it's becoming cool. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's becoming much more hip, I should say.
Got it.
And Maitland is on its way up because it is connected to Winter Park.
Right.
So as everything expands in Central Florida, as I've been doing this over 20 years, you'll see things expand and move. And we're starting to see the demand for Maitland, certain school districts especially. It's just crazy. You can't keep the listing in there. So anybody in Maitland, call me.
What do you think, Vivian? Any cool spots popping up that weren't so cool before?
I see a lot of like the surrounding areas around College Park and Winter Park where you still have some older homes
Yeah.
that need rehab, and people are gravitating because the values are good and could be better if they fix up the homes. So
What about this Winter Garden? When I moved here maybe 15 years ago, Winter Garden was there, but it was just kind of there. I mean, I had like one restaurant. Now everyone's like, I'm going to the farmer's market in Winter Garden. No, I'm going to dinner in Winter
It's
Garden. I'm
so
going to a
pretty.
brewery in Winter
Yes.
Garden. What's going on there?
The city there, they really revamped their downtown, and the downtown has
Made all
a
the
little bit
difference.
more of a
Yeah.
not quite a Winter Park feel, but a very family feel.
Right.
And it is. You have the trail there, which is fantastic. I've biked that trail, and it's just fun. And there's so much more to do now. So
and
they've
you've got
really-
access, with the 429, so it's just
Right.
an easy hop to go downtown if you have to, or go north. It's
Yeah, the access has helped a lot.
so much better.
That is Sherry Dyer. That is Vivian Lehman. You're both going to stick around for the Real Estate Roundtable.
Sure.
Yes.
And now, without further ado, it is time for your part of the program. It's time for the Real Estate Roundtable. Each Saturday here on You Have Real Estate, I answer your questions from throughout the week. All you have to do, go to our Facebook page at You Have Real Estate. Ask me a question right there, and I just might answer it next week on You Have Real Estate. All right, Susan in Orlando. Should I buy a house that needs work? What do you think?
Yes, if you're willing to go through the hassle of, doing the rehab on it.
Sherry?
Yes, I would buy a house that needs work if it's in the right location. Location, because if you can get through the work and live through that, and most people think work is like painting. It's not. When a house needs work, we're talking a full bathroom gut remodel.
Yeah.
Usually, that's what I think. But yes, I would if it's in the right location.
John and Kissimmee ask, what county can I find the best deal for my next house right now?
What county? I think all the counties have deals.
Yeah.
I wouldn't specifically say one.
I'm going to say Osceola County
Osceola.
right now has some deals going on. I wouldn't be afraid to go down there.
Osceola. What about that Four Corners? It's like the Osceola, Polk, that whole area. What do you think about that?
I'm usually further east,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know as much about the west side of
So
that.
Osceola is a pretty good spot for a deal.
I think there's still a lot of deals in Osceola.
Maria in Orlando said, how many houses should I see before I pull the trigger? What do you think, Sherry?
You'll know it when you see it.
Is that right?
Because sometimes it takes 5 and sometimes it takes 50. So I would have to
Yeah.
say, when you walk in and you feel it, you will know it.
And with the internet having all the, access to virtual tours and everything else, they've already done a lot of their homework. They didn't necessarily have to go see it. So like you said, once they go in and they get the feel, then they're like, okay, I'm ready to pull the trigger.
Calvin in Orlando. Thanks for watching, Calvin. How does solar affect the value of my home? Vivian, what do you think?
I would say easily 10 to 15,000 more.
I fully agree with that. And
Yeah.
again, my house, like I told you, I went with IQ Power Solar last year, and I know that my value has increased because, first of all, if I were to sell my house right now, someone would see that I'm paying $30 a month for my electricity bill, whereas all of my neighbors are paying $400 and $500. That has to affect the value of my home. I'm telling you, give Stephen Bader at IQ Power Solar a chance. They'll come out there, absolutely cost you nothing to have them come into your house. And then if you want to install solar, it costs you $0 as well. All right, one more. Samantha in Lake Mary. Lake Mary is getting too crowded for us. Where can we move that's close by but a little more rural? What do you know about Lake Mary?
DeBerry.
DeBerry. Okay.
Right
That's
north
like
of there.
southwest Volusia County, I would say.
Yep.
DeBerry.
And
Good
there's probably
deals.
some deals there.
And
I didn't
it's
think
not
of
as far as people think. Honestly,
Right.
from DeBerry,
Yeah.
I can get there in like 10 minutes from Lake Mary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think? Any other ideas up that way? A little more rural?
Yeah, go east.
Yeah, go east. That's-
There's Oviedo, some spots way
Yeah.
out Chiliota, that sort of area.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
That's
area.
really kind of talk about rural. I mean, and it's not going to grow up.
That's right.
You're guaranteed to be in the.
Sherry Dyer, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
again.
you, Justin.
Vivian Lehman, always a pleasure to see you as well.
Thank you.
So much. But most importantly, thank you for joining us here today. Even if you're looking to sell your house, I will show it right here on this show if you give me a call, 407-205-0400. Dallas is standing by with you. Have mortgage as well to get you pre-qualified. We got you covered. We have you covered from beginning to end. I'm attorney Justin Clark, and I'll see you back here next week for You Have Real Estate. Good job.